as does everyone, so I put it up. But I'm not sad.
Hey Google, what time is it?
10:55 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Woo! How is everyone doing? A+ for cool transition. What's up? Little spiky hair. Hello everyone. This devlog, we do have some fun stuff to show off, especially last week's elemental golem that was voted upon to be put into this devlog. But before we do that, I want to talk about something very important, and that is taking responsibility for myself and the fact that no devlog was released, and I kind of went dark, and I just kind of randomly uploaded. I felt bad. I randomly uploaded the elemental footage with nothing else. But I want to go over what happened to me and how other people, it probably happens to them, and kind of maybe some plans on how to avoid that in the future. So what the heck am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about how YouTube is killing my game and my life. Here are some screenshots and some screen recordings of first off, my average watch time, which is disgusting. I was almost too embarrassed to put it up in this video, but there it is. I'm taking responsibility for myself and my actions. Look at that. Yeah. What the freak? Second, here is all the videos I watched one morning. I just woke up and started watching YouTube, and before I even knew it, I was just down this freaking train. It just like sucked me in, and I just went down it. When you wake up late, first of all, right? I've been waking up around 10, 11, 12. And then the first thing I do is just turn on YouTube and just get sucked immediately into this algorithm. Holy crap, that feels horrible. But also, YouTube is designed to do that. YouTube is literally designed to capture your attention and to hold it for as long as possible. Every click on a new video gets YouTube money. So of course, they want you to do they want you to do what I just did, to just spend ridiculous amounts of times absorbing content. There is a distinction that I want to make, because a lot of times I do pull up content on my side monitor and I will listen to something on YouTube or a podcast, and I'll work on my main computer. And I actually really enjoy that. I like that. I don't think anything's wrong with that. Now, the problems are when I sit on my phone and I don't get out of bed and I watch, that ridiculously long list of videos. Now, my good friend Critch has a term for this called doom scrolling. So I don't know where he heard that term or even if it's original, but I love it, because doom scrolling is where you will just scroll on a social media app, so Instagram or Twitter or YouTube, or even Netflix, and you just won't even click anything or watch anything. You just scroll and you're just looking at the YouTube titles. Obviously, I watched them as well, but the problem with doom scrolling is all these apps have like features where like the page will run even though like you're not clicking on a video, like the video is just running, and it like hacks your brain, because you'll just sit there and the video will capture your attention, because everyone's designing these videos to capture your attention, and you'll sit there and you'll watch and you're wow, and before you know it, you've been doom scrolling for 5 hours and you've done nothing all day. And it's such a hard freaking habit to break. It's so hard to will myself to look. My bed's right here. It's so hard to be like, all right, man, sit up and go sit at your computer and work. And I'm like, but I'm already right here in bed. Like, it's so hard. So that is a huge problem. And that's also why I just had nothing to show. That's like the start of the video where it just shows the kernel sprite. That's real. That really happened. I recorded that last Monday. Like, that was a real recording. I rolled out of bed and I had nothing to show for the devlog. That's embarrassing. And that sucks, and that's why I didn't upload anything, because frankly, I had nothing to upload. That's a huge problem that I want to address myself, but also I just think that everyone can benefit from taking a step back and being like, hold up, am I using this app or this website, or is it using me? Am I choosing to watch these videos, or is it suggesting me videos that it knows I will click on because the algorithm, I've had a YouTube account for 7 years or whatever. I've actually had this YouTube account for like 8 years, but I think I've had YouTube accounts for like over 14 years. Like, YouTube freaking knows me at this point. Like, the algorithm, they're constantly updating it, and I'm constantly watching. Like, they have my freaking number, dude. It's hard to be like, oh yeah, let me just resist this video, even though it is exactly what my brain wants to watch right now. What are the other things that are killing it? Video games. Look, I definitely have toned down the playing of video games a lot ever since I really launched my Kickstarter. There's still something to be said about playing video games. YouTube is the #1 offender with pretty much yeeting all of my time. But as I'm going to show you here, this is my Isaac series right here. This is just me playing video games. And I never upload them because I didn't feel like it was content that I really wanted to put out on YouTube. But then I have another folder here filled with Isaac gameplay. And then also just the videos that I had recorded from today. Also, me and Critch might have played some Subnautica Below Zero. 8 hours. 8 hours. Now, this isn't really a huge issue for me at all, but it is just one of the things that played into the whole fact that, hey, I didn't release anything. And it's because, I felt down. I hadn't done anything. It's like Wednesday or Thursday. It's like, you know what? Instead of, working on the game or a devlog, I'm just going to record an Isaac episode and play a little bit of Isaac. And then, before you know it, I've wasted away that time and I've got nothing left to do. Now, there are two last things that play into the fact that I didn't get a whole lot done. I'm going to try and go over them really quickly. The third is work. With the whole Kickstarter failing, I've had to branch out and do different jobs. I've been incredibly busy, and honestly, I just have been working so hard that I just haven't had any time to do anything. Okay, no, in all seriousness, I have been working. Here's a fun little time lapse of me working. And it's a lot of manual labor, but it pays all right. And it's been helping supplement my income because before it was zero. That's kind of what happens when you make something creative and it doesn't go anywhere. You have to find other sources of income. And Jordan Peterson actually has a really awesome video on it. I will leave the part that I like at the end of this video, just after we get done with the whole topic and the devlog stuff, for those of you who are interested. But he goes over creative people and how it's really difficult to monetize creativity, and he compares it to a curse. Having to choose to go and work definitely impacts, days where I'm not able to work on the game. And then, I work all day shoveling dirt or digging a trench, and then when I come home, I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to work on my game. I just want to relax, or I just want to hang out with friends, or I just want to play some games. So that is a huge factor. The last thing is not managing my time well. It's very easy for other people to say, hey, come do this thing, or hey, can you do this for me really quick? I got two funny stories. One of them literally happened while I was making this video. Thomas reached out to me and he said, hey man, can you help me make a thumbnail? And I made a thumbnail for him mid-editing my video. I'm not even kidding. Look at this. He's in a call by himself waiting for me. I'm not kidding. Look at, how do I display capture? Look at this. Yeah, there he is. There he is. How can I prove this? I will stick look, live recording. I'm sticking my video around. Look, he's right there. All right, Thomas, let's do this. We're making a thumbnail, right?
What?
Okay, bet.
No, yeah, that should be good.
It's hard when I don't have a actual job to turn people down, because they'll call me and they're like, hey man, what's up? What are you doing? And I'm like, just working on my game. Oh, okay. Anyways, can you help me with it? It's like, one thing is working at home really impacts your productivity as well, because, I come from a really, really big family. I personally have 10 siblings. I'm right in the middle. There are 5 older and 5 younger, and I have to really help out my parents. My mom isn't home for 2 weeks. I'm taking my little brother to school every morning. Today I woke up and took my little brother to school. And so it's like, hey, I'm happy to do it. I'm not complaining necessarily, but like, that cuts into your time. Like, oh, there goes 40 minutes, 50 minutes of your day, dropping him off and picking him up. Okay. So all these little things, all your friends, family members, and people asking you to do things, it just builds up. And then before you know it, you're like, dude, I only had like 3 hours where I was working today or whatever. And so I have a huge respect for people who can balance their life. It's a skill I need to work on, but it's a very important skill. And I think the biggest thing that comes with that is if I can cut out pretty much social media and YouTube, like that's 10, I mean, you saw it was like 10 hours. I mean, the average was 8, but it's like 10 hours on YouTube. It's like I could take those 10 hours and work on my game. And then I could spend just as much time that I'm spending with everyone else and still have those relationships. So really that's what it comes down to is I feel bad not being able to work on the game because I didn't manage my own personal time, and then I do things for other people. So I don't really get to play catch up. Well, thank you for watching this whole first part of the devlog and this rant. Now let's just jump into the actual changes I did to the game. There's not a lot, okay? But I took a good step forward, and I have something new for this devlog. I'm going to show you the process of me making the elemental golem. Okay, so first off, I have this little time lapse that I recorded of me trying to get my ideas out for what I wanted the stone golem to look like. And you will see here that they are some hot garbage. They look so cursed, and it's really funny. And I just wanted to include this to show the importance of just getting your ideas out there, no matter how bad they look. Like the first 5 or 6 golems I drew sucked, and then I just stopped drawing them, came back a couple days later, and I was able to whip up a golem that I really liked. And so I just thought it was cool to show this process of like, hey, this is how everything starts. Like all my stuff starts out bad, and then it becomes good. Okay, just woke up. Here's the rough draft I have of my stone golem so far. Shading. Black outlines and shading. New boulder for the rock elemental. Smaller rock to break apart from the bigger rock. Yeah. Time to animate. I like to cheat and I cannot lie. You other brothers, man, Alright, time to clean it up. Alright, second frame done. Third frame set up to be animated here. Alright, third frame locked in and done. Let's see how it animates. And here's the animation. It's alright. Alright, fixed up some animation and shading issues, and then when we go ahead and animate it here, I decided to add in a glow to the eyeballs in the background. You'll also notice he kind of fits better. The arms don't like jolt up anymore with the animation. All the vines should be properly colored and shaded here, and the glow obviously in the eyeballs in the background. Don't know how I feel about the eyeballs yet. Might make them smaller, see if that makes them look any better. You know, update, I think it actually does look better with the smaller glow in the eyeballs, but anyways, there's the rock golem. That's how he's going to look animated. Time to put in the floating rocks around him and some actual mechanics here. Alright, just touched it up. Honestly, just fixing little pixels here and there, fixing where the eyeballs are, putting in a little eyeball dot, and this is what we have with the animation now. If I go and click play here. Honestly, I like it. I think it looks pretty good. I really like how it turned out. Now, I've also made the elemental boulder and the boulder debris because I said I was going to do that. They're right here and right here. Now I just have to make the summoning animation for when he summons this boulder to throw it at you. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Also, hey, I changed this blood. It was bothering me, so I changed the sprite of it. But let's hop into the animation here, and we will just do it. Okay, here is the finished animation of the rock summoning. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like animated here. It actually looks pretty freaking sick. You'll see here there it charges up, and then once it gets to this point, it'll just shoot out directly at the player. One more time. It's a little smaller than the boulder that the first boss will throw at you, but it's still big enough that it's cool. Obviously, when it hits something, well, this is what it'll look like. It'll just be a stone. It'll fly at you. It has this glow around it, which is pretty cool. And then it will explode at these little debris, which also have a cool glow around them. And I just think it's going to look cool in general. Now, I'll probably add a glow to this that just slowly glows and kind of increases with the animation. But other than that, it looks like we're set up and we're ready to implement this into our rock elemental. Just working on coding in the rock elemental here. I've already coded in the actual rock and how it's going to explode out into the smaller ones. I'm just coding in him being able to see the player and summon a rock. Here is the game perfect. We're going to test out the rock elementals. And the game crashed. Okay, never mind. Third time trying this. Third time's the charm. And it bugged out. All right. Maybe this time is different. It's not immediate error. Okay. This time maybe. Nope. Immediate. Okay. Okay. Okay, the game is open. Oh my gosh, something's... Oh. Okay, they are creating rocks, but I don't think this is what I wanted. I don't think this is... Oh, this is not what I wanted. Okay. Lots of bugs. Okay, hopefully this should be a little better. So you can see he's creating them in different random spots. They're not staying there. I gotta turn down on my headphones. They are creating them very quickly, I will say, but he is creating these rocks. Interesting, interesting, but they're all creating them, and none of them are actually... They're not seeing me. There's no line of sight. But I do like the animation, like glow, shoot it out. I like that. Okay, okay. Okay, I have them looking at me, but they now do not shoot. But hey, they are looking at me. They do have the line of sight, so that is very good. Okay, so I tried to make them walk and just fix a little bit of the issues with them spawning stuff, and they went completely invisible. Why? Beats me. Like, actually beats me. I have no idea why. But the rocks are spawning and shooting out fine. The sprite's just invisible, so. Alright, I think we have them completely up and running here, working. Here he is, he sees me, he's gonna start summoning these and throwing them at me. They will summon in, or they'll spawn in at random points around his head here. If I'm not there, he stops shooting, he'll start walking, he sees me, he's gonna start shooting. If I'm not there, he does just keep going on his way, because he doesn't really care about us. But hey, there it is. They do have a lot of HP here. Let me see if I can kill one. They're not too... Okay, so he's down. They're not too hard to actually kill here. Now, there should be one coming back here. He might be stuck. Ah, great. He's freaking stuck. Alright, doing the death animation for the rock elemental. We have all the rocks exploding out, done and shaded. Now I gotta move on to the green vines, and then we'll go to the particles. Here's what our animation is currently looking like. Gonna do some polish up on the green here, and then hopefully we'll be able to finish the animation. Okay, I did that super fast, and it actually probably looks a little rough if you actually get into it, but I'm gonna lose my freaking mind if I spend any more time animating this, so it's good enough. Okay, let's see if we got this death animation working here. So he actually glows green now when he's being aggressive. Yeah, he has a green outline. If we kill him here, oh, I accidentally moved my game window. Okay, let's shoot him here. Let's kill him. I do wonder why it makes... Yeah, so that glow random does not look good. We'll definitely have to fix that, but just when he gets hit. Oh, but there it was. There was the death animation as he fell down. Okay, third time is the charm. Let's see it, dude. Ouch. Oh, please die. Oh, and then there are all of his body parts that we can now kick around. Okay, I just tweaked some of those values. I made it so you couldn't... I mean, they're stone. I was like, maybe I shouldn't make so your character can kick them around. Let's see if it looks a little better here. Oh my gosh, it still just goes flying up, doesn't it? But now they'll just stay there, so it does look a little better. Until please don't do this to me. There it is. Hey, I am really freaking proud of that. Look at that. Look at that. From literally nothing to fully completed. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna kill you without dying. You can't see me. Stop shooting. Please stop shooting. Oh, and he's done. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, some other changes I made were the changes to these background trees in the jungle area, as well as some tweaking adjustments to the actual ground colors, and I mean the background color. I am super happy with how these trees turned out. I think they look way better. And I love it now. I love this area now. It has a way better feel to it. The other trees were just super messy and gross. So here's that change for you. Okay, here is the changes I made to the ruins. They have different background assets now. And they also have this secondary tile set that is stone with some moss growing on it. And I changed the final tweaked elementals here. They do shoot out these projectiles a little slower, and they are a much more slower moving enemy here, as you can see. So they do feel a little different. They definitely feel a lot better, but still super proud of where I got. And honestly, I love the ruins area now. Like, I think this is looking sick. Another thing I added in here were these spikes to the ruins. They're just spikes. That's really it. As well as this moving platform unique to the ruins area. I'll wait for it to come back here. So there it is. It has its own little graphic, and this is a little platformy area that I put in the ruins here. But yeah, I really like how it's looking now, especially with the background. I think it looks a lot more clean, way more ruins-y. Feels more, I don't know, kind of like that. I might need to pull these graphics up in the background, just pull them up a little bit more, because I think, like, I'm just gonna very quickly do this. I'll do it live. We'll do it live. If I take this and I pull you up, that's a little too high up, right? Like, what happens? Right, I guess not, and then I'm dead. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with how the new changes to the backgrounds look. I think they really just make it nicer instead of those temporary placeholder ones I had. And here is the work in progress new jungle tiles. So they look weird, but that is the point of them. They're supposed to look weird. So you see here they have these like purpley rocks and this new like very viney jungly top here. There's these cool tiles here. These little weird circular things. This is not a finished tile set, but I wanted to change it from the one that was there previously, and I think it's a step in the right direction. It looks weird, but I like it. I want my game to kind of have areas that kind of stick with you, and you're like, oh, dang, yeah, I like that. So I do like this graphic here. Probably going to end up changing the stones so they're not such a vibrant purple. But anyways, here's what the deeper jungle tile set is looking like. Okay, last thing I have here on my change log is just the bats here. I just changed them so that they have these different colors, and I want them to look kind of like ice. The white honestly doesn't look too good. I will definitely probably be changing it, but hey, this is something that I changed that I was playing around with to kind of make these bats seem a little more themed to the ice area. Yeah, and instead of bleeding out blood, I had them, I mean, I gotta change those particle effects because that is red blood, but in the actual death animation, it's like white. And so, yeah, those are all the changes I've done. Big thing here was just the elemental golem. All right, hey, thank you everyone for watching. It's 9:26 p.m. at night. This will get out on Monday, technically, but it was a little late. But thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like and some comment interaction. Let me know what you liked about the changes, how you're feeling about the game, what you think about kind of the message I had to share, or if you just skip past all that and you just click to the game dev stuff, also totally cool. Let me know what you think about the rock elemental. Yeah, I'm going to be putting the poll down there as well for those who want to participate in choosing the next enemy we put in the game. And also, I need to give a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters. I'll just throw them up on the screen here. Huge shout out to these awesome people who have been supporting my game for a solid like 4 or 5 months now. You guys rock, and I love all of you, especially Aldo Chapana. He's freaking awesome. He streams occasionally on Twitch. Go follow him. BlackieJesus33. He'll usually comment in the comment section. But anyways, guys, love all of you. Cosmos Gaming also is going to have a video going out soon, so go check him out. And I'll catch you guys in a different video, hopefully this week. But I've learned not to promise anything. And sweet. All right. I'm going to go live my life. Bye, everybody.
Don't be thinking that creativity is such a good thing. It's a high-risk, high-return strategy. So if you're creative, you just try this. There's creative people in this room, man. You guys are going to have a hell of a time monetizing your creativity. It's virtually impossible. It's really, really difficult because, first of all, let's say you make an original product. You think the world will beat a pathway to your door if you build a better mousetrap. It's like, that's complete rubbish. It isn't true in the least. If you make a good creative product, you've probably solved about 5% of your problem. Because then you have marketing, which is insanely difficult, and then you have sales, and then you have customer support, and then you have to build an organization. And if it's really novel, you have to tell people what the hell the thing is.